If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get four to hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
Welcome to the Goblin and Ogre podcast. Our return guest today is Thomas Zaugg.
You can do better than that.
You can do better.
Give it up.
Come on, guys. I feel like I'm gonna be stuck on this now the whole time. Yeah. You guys are talking, and you're like, "What do you think, Sanker?" I'm like, "What?"
Click play.
Yep. I put the poison in her.
Whatever. That'll be all my...
So Thomas is back on. Repeat guest. And he brought us some delicious homemade hot sauces.
Hot sauce.
Like, these are his own grown vegetables. He makes them himself. And we're gonna try some out because they look great, and we trust Zaugg very much.
Lee, you know what I just realized though? I said no to the beer, but I forgot we were gonna try hot sauce. Can I please have a water, a beer, anything?
Just the beer.
Just the beer. All right.
You don't
Thank
get
you.
no
Well, I don't need now, but just in case. Yeah. You brought some hot sauce. What are the mix of the hot sauces again?
So the first flavor is Caribbean Sunrise. So that's a mix of mango, pineapple, scorpion peppers, and crackle peppers.
Yeah. I don't know what crackle peppers are, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of scorpion peppers. And you told me before this that it's not that bad. It's got it doesn't kill you. Yeah. I'm like, is it scorpion fucking one of the bad ones?
Yeah, scorpion is like one of the crazy hot ones.
Yeah.
What we try and do with our hot sauces is kind of give you a taste of like what the heat can be, but the sweetness of the mango and the pineapple kind of makes it more bearable.
Yeah.
It sounds like it'd be popular with the black people.
Well, it depends what you like. Hot sauce, yes. Sure. I think any culture who tends to like hotter food or whatever, right? But when it comes to like the scorpion thing, that is a strictly like white boy. Like, I like to eat really hot things. Like you know who's like that? Fucking DeWitt, Alex DeWitt.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. He thinks it's like I when I get home I love eating the hottest food. Nobody can eat hotter peppers than me.
But he shits his ass. He gets so worried about like that's why
stress makes him diarrhea.
Well, I thought there was like a story like he doesn't eat his fucking burrito until he gets home.
Yeah. I'm part of that story. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's afraid to eat it in the car, and me, Alex DeWitt, and Mitchell Alvis tend to do this out of town show in Peterborough. It's a great show. It's run by you would know him as he used to come by what the fuck is his last name? His last name's Thompson. He used to come by Brett's house. Fuck, man. I feel bad.
Josh Thompson, is it?
No, not that.
That kid can't run his life, let alone a show.
that Jesus freak. No, oh fuck, I'll remember later. But anyway, he used to be at Brett's, but he's from Peterborough and he runs a show out there. And so we do this show, and then not far from the show, I discovered this taco place. You can go there, and obviously they have different sauces to put in. One of them is a very hot sauce. Okay. Alex DeWitt gets it every single time, being like, "No, I love hot." And the guy warns him. He's like, "This is hot." He's like, "No, I love hot sauce, and it's I can take anything."
I'm a Saga City G.
So that's what he says, right?
Yeah, he says it a lot.
But then all of us tend to like eat in the car because it's an hour and a half drive or something like that, and you want your food fresh and hot. Or Mitchell tends to like a ferret, eat it quickly, before we get in the car. DeWitt does not touch his burrito for an hour and a half until I drop him. I don't even drop him home. I drop him at a station by my house. So then he takes probably another hour home.
Right, with the burrito sitting on his lap.
Just getting
colder and colder.
2.5 hours later, he eats this burrito because he's afraid. As he explained, he doesn't use the word afraid, but he's like, I don't want to eat a really hot burrito that may make me shit my ass in front of all you people, right? But then I'm like, then you don't like hot sauce. You just think it's cool to like, you know.
Yeah,
Shit
just to say, this shit is ass.
I'm gonna shit my ass in front of all you people.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense for him. I think he likes to out loud say, "Oh, you know, I'm gonna take on the fucking, you know, ghost pepper bomba clot sauce or whatever." And but then like he's actually afraid of it. It's like right when he gets his burrito, it's like that scene in 8 Mile for him, where he's supposed to start rapping, but he can't.
So yeah, but DeWitt is a self-proclaimed like big fan of hot sauces and stuff like that. So if you wanted to sell to somebody, he might buy your shit. But that's cool. No, but the whole like I know there's the Scorpion Carolina Reaper. I think is another one.
We grow Carolina.
You grow
Reapers.
Carolina Reapers.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, those are.
How do you do that? Like, how do you know it's a Carolina Reaper? Like, it's just a seed, or like?
Yeah, there's.
Dude, wait. Don't answer that like that's not a stupid fucking question. He buys the seeds for a plant, you fucking dummy.
I don't grow anything.
How do you know it's a... No,
for a second,
Zaugg, answer this. How do you know you're planting a tomato?
Well, generally the package will tell me.
I thought like it's a regular seed, and then you add like orange juice or something. You just you put extra things on it, and then it grows.
I love the Mexican people in their spirit, but the country of Mexico is killing us.
You fucking idiot.
Hey, I'm curious. I'm willing to learn.
Okay, maybe your question is, how do you get the seeds? How do you know?
So there's a couple different companies that we work with for the seeds. One that we like is West Coast Seeds. They're a Canadian company. They specialize in organic produce. And then there's a few different companies in the United States that also do organic peppers that we order from there. So we got some fish peppers from the United States, which was very interesting. Apparently, they like the band Fish. I'm not too sure.
Okay,
all
right.
They're mildly spicy, I guess, but they're very decorative. And then we ordered a bunch of carrots from this company as well. That purple carrots and pink carrots and black nebula carrots.
Yeah.
So there's like a bunch of crazy produce that, like, when you really get into gardening, you can grow stuff that you just can't find at a grocery store.
Right? Oh, that's
my dad got into like gardening.
Yeah.
And he was like a horrible like drunk and convict, went to jail and shit. But in his later years,
thought he was one of the good convicts.
He was one of the bad ones. He was a nasty man, and I love him. But I remember like walking home, like I don't know, from school, and he was just like watering my mom's pink roses or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, my dad, like, something happened to him in jail. That's a faggot. He got into gardening later.
I love flowers.
No, the marigolds. The marigolds attract the bees. They're great.
But I think that's happens to us in our old age. We start to like get into some weird hobby. I think his was gardening. And I think to this day in Ecuador where they live, he just loves to tend to his plants.
I forgot. You missed it. Last week, Lee and I were talking, and I talked about his dad like he was dead, and he's like, "My dad's not dead." I was like, "I don't know why I thought your dad was dead."
Yeah, he must be able to grow amazing shit in Ecuador. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
jealous, man.
Oh no, they get like I think they have a fucking mango tree if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
and,
and
they
for
talk
sure
about,
they would have mango tree.
and that's like something you just naturally brag about. I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get fresh mangoes every morning.
yeah.
And you're not even trying to be a dick, but you're just like,
Well, over
is
there,
my
it's
life now.
Yeah. Over there is more common. Like, I don't know anything about Ecuador, but I mean, like in countries where they have certain fruit, like you think about, it's more common for them to just be like, oh, now not everyone might have that fruit, but they're like, oh, Dave down the street, he's got good mangoes. Let's go get from him, and Dave just gives you mangoes, like.
Right, because it's probably like a trading system. He gives you mangoes, you give him your daughter.
How many mangoes would you take for your daughter?
Maybe 12.
You know what?
That's such a low number. But you
so
have a
she
garden,
knows-
so you could grow more mangoes. I see. So really, your answer should be one.
Well,
One
it's
mango
just like
seed.
a daughter is a headache. You know, I'm really glad I have a son.
All right, how many mangoes would give your son?
I'd be like the whole tree, just so
yeah. One tree's
that's
worth.
how much I love you.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole mango tree.
Give me a whole mango tree, uproot it, plant it in my garden, and then you can have I don't have kids, so my unborn child, my first unborn child, if you give me a mango tree and teach me how to take care of it, you can have my unborn child.
Oh, yeah. You don't have any kids.
No,
but
that's
any
what
day you're due.
There's one on the way.
Son of a bitch.
That's what best friends do for each other.
We've actually got a lemon tree growing in our living room, which is nice. And then we've got 5 dragon fruit trees that are growing as well.
Oh, yeah. Dragon fruit is good.
It's like a cactus.
Yeah.
It's like this weird looking cactus plant.
Yeah, but it tastes good. It's just weird on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes like, with a lot of those trees, the tropical ones, it takes like 3 to 5 years to produce fruit. So it's a much longer term investment as far as like keeping the plant alive.
It's funny that he's growing all these like exotic, like awesome plants.
Yeah,
It's in Mississauga. Like, I thought like the only thing you could grow in Mississauga was probably just a drug habit. But apparently no, you can get dragon fruit. I'm curious about these sauces. I'm about to
You gonna try
dip
one?
into one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do love hot sauces and everything like that. Why did you decide to get into like this kind of business, I guess?
It's just something me and my wife like doing. As we were getting together, it was like homesteading is kind of one of the things that we want to do as a couple. Eventually, we want to have our own farm.
Oh, okay.
And all that kind of stuff. So growing tomatoes and peppers for hot sauces and pasta sauce is just kind of like we want to be useful, right? We want to try and
yeah.
My wife, she loves canning things. So
okay. Yeah.
we put up preserves and everything like that. So that's a mix of mango, pineapple, scorpion pepper, and crackle peppers.
Yeah, it's called the Alex DeWitt. That felt like that was a lot. Like usually people just dip a little bit, but actually it's not killing you. So,
Oh, it's the Alex DeWitt.
can you please call him?
It's not funny.
Yeah. It's not funny. It doesn't make good movies.
Yo, he's gonna shit in his he's gonna shit in his ass.
Shit my ass.
Shit in his ass, man.
Try this shit.
Yeah,
It's
man,
good.
give me a. Is that a cracker right there?
No, that's our guest, Thomas Zaugg.
Give me one of them honkies over there.
I prefer the term snow roach.
Snow roach?
I think it's got points for creativity.
Snow roach?
Yeah.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, I like that one. It's got a nice kind of sting to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We sell them $5 each.
Yeah.
All right, I'll contact you. I'll buy some. How many flavors you have?
So we've got 12 different flavors. There are mixes. Some are mixes of a plum-based. Some is peach-based. Some is apricot-based. We even have a hot apple sauce that we do as well. So, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Does your company have a name? Or?
We're going to name it after our son, Harrison's Hot Sauces, and just kind of...
Yeah, that's good.
Take
At least
it
his
from
name
there.
was with an H. Did you name him Harrison because you knew you would start a business with hot sauces and you liked...
Hera hot.
yeah,
like something like yeah.
you like alliteration?
No, I was actually against the name Harrison to start with.
You want to call him Ford. I
Yes.
get it.
Well, it's just the name Harrison technically means son of Harry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not Harry.
Yeah, that's true. And we just call people things that now.
Yeah.
We let go of that stuff. Yeah.
But, the wife always has a knack for picking names. So you just kind of got to go with that.
What would you have gone with if you...
I don't think I would have gone with anything else. So, we ended up...
you didn't have a name.
You didn't make a suggestion. Like one suggestion. You're like, hey.
I was kind of thinking of my friend Mike, who died like maybe 3 months before our son was born. Like that would be nice, but my wife kind of recognized that maybe naming our first child after my dead friend might not be the best.
There's some bad karma there. But
Yeah,
something negative.
I
I started laughing because like my friend died. All here's
Oh, yeah. There's a speaker turned on.
Speaking of death,
I just lost my best friend. Well,
he was
like a Mario death.
He was a sound engineer too. Actually.
Oh, okay. Shout out. Wait, Mike?
Yeah, Mike Pedro.
Mike, the sound engineer.
Yeah.
That's a funny.
Oh, yeah.
rest in peace, Mike.
Yeah, right.
This episode's dedicated
Would
to you,
you
sir.
would you ever name your first son Liam?
No, but
That was too fast of a no.
no. But I want to name my daughter, if I ever have one, Lee Jr.
Lee
I
Jr.
name her Lee Jr. Yeah, because I'm progressive.
It's like we have so many examples on this podcast that you're a fucking narcissist.
Yes, we do. And this is an extra further one. This is more proof.
You didn't think of Tom Jr. at all?
Well, I mean, like my dad's named Tom, so
Junior.
yeah, I did, that was kind of like then
Be
he'd
Tom
be
the third.
The third,
Yeah.
Thank you.
which is kind of it's too much.
Yeah. Oh, so you're a junior technically then?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just nobody calls you that, but
Yeah,
I'm Oscar the third.
are you
Yeah. My grandpa's Oscar.
third piece of shit?
The turd. Oscar the turd.
Oscar the third.
No, like my dad's Oscar, my grandpa's Oscar. My dad's actually Oscar like Junior.
Yeah, we've gone over this with him. We figured out the junior and the third thing.
You know, I'm the third.
I don't even know this, but since my grandfather is the original Oscar, no, I think we should break this down. Somebody bring out the whiteboard.
Where did Daniel come from? Do you have a why? Because Daniel's such
No, I don't know. It's
a
just a
shitty, boring, common name.
It's just a biblical name. So I'm one of four siblings. Me and my brother got first names, biblical names, and then my sisters got like brown names after my dad or like from my dad or whatever. But and then my middle name is like my uncle's name. So I don't know where Daniel's just a name, I guess. I don't know. It was just technically my parents are dumb. It's supposed to be technically. I think it's supposed to be like we got French names and my sisters got brown names to fit both cultures. But Daniel's not like one of those French names that you know is French.
Right.
Yeah.
Like at least my brother's name is spelt the French spelling for Matthew.
Mathieu.
Yeah. But Daniel is the same in French, English, so nobody's like, "Oh, you have a nice French name." Like I should have been named like Guillaume or something.
Guillaume Sanka.
Guillaume.
That's terrible. What is like? That's
I've never known a not nerdy Guillaume.
the only Guillaume I remember. Like
was a fucking nerd, wasn't he?
Fucking geek. Yeah.
He's a fucking
And he had a
geek.
fat girlfriend.
It'd be terrible if it was like I'm Guy Sanker.
Guy Sanker.
You know what?
You misspelled gay. I'm going in for the second one. What's in this one, buddy?
So that's just habanero and peach.
Okay.
This is the one that kind of sounds like I'm gonna be more into, even though I did like the other one.
This one is a little hotter just because we do.
Oh, good. Because that other one was pretty mild.
Yeah.
Not in a bad thing. It was,
Yeah, we do it like with our hot peppers. We give them a lot of bone and blood meal during the growing stages. And
What does that mean?
Ooh, that is a little spicy.
It just makes it
Good, though.
more
Half is-
potent as far as the spices, right? Because instead of using like traditional pharmaceutical or chemical fertilizers, when you use bone and blood meal, it's kind of something that gives the plant more elements to draw from. So when it helps it increase the Scoville rating.
Yeah.
On the peppers.
That one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's got
That's
a
the
little
one.
more.
Yeah. That's the one I would buy so far. But I have to try the other ones. The plum one sounds interesting.
Oh yeah, it gets like the Hungarian pepper is a more mild pepper, but it goes really well with the plums. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I think if I could afford property outside of the city, I would be like doing what he's doing. Like I think
Like farming that like peppers and shit?
yeah, on a mild scale. Like I don't think I have it in me to be like, oh, I'm gonna sell this or whatever. But I'd want to like. My parents were always like tomato people, like that, because that's the easiest shit. Like if you got a garden, you just fucking plant some tomato seeds. They're gonna fucking grow.
yeah.
I want some chickens.
Oh, yeah, we want to get chicken.
Yeah.
I guess I'd want some chickens on my farm.
I think it's strange how like a lot of municipalities, they have bylaws against chickens, and I think it's
Racist.
well, it's like fuck. If you can keep 3 chickens in your backyard, it's nobody's goddamn business, and you can have fresh eggs.
Yeah.
That's good for the community, your neighbors, because like you have chickens, you're gonna have more eggs than you can deal with after a little while.
Oh, it sounds like such a good problem to have.
Right? You like eggs?
I love eggs.
I love eggs.
Yeah, man. Like you could use eggs for so many fucking things, for like cakes, breakfast,
and fresh laid eggs at that.
cake
I
and
swear,
breakfast.
I swear, we mind melded, and you were just talking my mind. You just said cakes. I'm like, is
You're
he fat?
channeling your thoughts into my mouth.
For a second, I was like, is Lee fat now?
Say
No,
cake.
it's just I love eggs. Your first thought for eggs wasn't even eggs. It's I like cake. let me touch your stomach. See if you're getting fat yet.
He's porking
Stop
up.
it. He's porking up. Lee is fatter than I remember when we first met. But that comes with age. He's like 45 now. So you like.
I just feel like I'm getting bigger, and I've stopped like eating like what's it called, like regularly. Like I've gotten back into my half starving phase,
like some sort of
and
fasting.
I'm still not like I still feel bigger.
Yeah,
I think
because
it's just like I don't know. I feel
you're
like,
older. You're not. Yeah,
exactly. I'm no spring chicken anymore.
Back to chickens.
Chicken.
Eggs.
I like it though. It's
Yeah.
better than being frail all the time and cold.
I'm so cold. I'm so
cold.
sexy but cold.
It's a miserable existence.
I mean, I think I must have gained 30 pounds since I started dating and like being with my wife, just because the amount of like healthy food that's suddenly around
And
me.
it's just like comfortability pounds. Like maybe you don't want to answer this quick, but is she also gaining weight with you?
Well, I mean, like
Yeah,
she had
I
a
mean-
baby.
Oh, okay.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not even. I don't want to say she's gained weight, but I mean, for Christ's sake, she had a baby.
I don't want to say she gained weight on this broadcast. Jeez.
I thought about being mean, and then I pulled it back.
Oh, be mean.
Oh, be mean. Oh, go ahead.
Come on.
Yeah, wait. How old is your kid now?
He's 18 months now.
Wow, I forgot you had a kid, man. How's that going?
It's like the greatest thing in the world, man.
Nice.
Like I've been trying to be a dad since I was 22, and
He has been pulling out.
Well, I think
it's like the
I think the period of gay sex he was having probably wasn't getting it done.
that's true.
None of
as
these
well.
guys are getting pregnant.
Well, it's just a lot of the
Are you
doctors.
on the pill?
A lot of the doctors.
I put the poison in her.
They've convinced the girls that I would knock up to abort the kid because my bad genetics or whatever. Right? So that's
So you had a couple of chances, but eventually, like,
the doctor's like, oh, the father's got a schizophrenia diagnosis. You don't want that.
is
Is that hereditary?
That's
Like,
what I was
can
gonna
you-
I mean, it's a made-up illness.
Yeah.
It's a made-up illness for the wrong political opinion, right? And so it's just kind of a weird thing to see applied across the board at scale. There's not really a lot of hard science behind the idea that mental illness is either genetic or a physical thing. Like
I agree with that because like if I got like analyzed or tested and they go like you have schizophrenia or bipolar, I'd be like no I don't. I don't. Nah. You're just trying to get me to buy your fancy schmancy drugs.
Lee's denial is, I'm sorry, Lee, you have cancer. Nah.
you're just trying to sell chemotherapy to me. Come on,
Fucking around.
Shut up.
you're just trying to find a new
I ain't got no fucking lice.
for your radioactive waste, man.
I take ivermectin. I don't have cancer.
Ivermectin.
Give me the horse paste.
But what about, like, don't you agree there's some people that clearly something must be wrong with them because they literally hear people talking and they say they hear it? Like, what disease is that then? If it's not schizophrenia, it must be something.
I mean, so
Demon possession.
I know a guy.
unless you believe in religiously, maybe it's something that. But what do you think it is?
I know a guy that has this pretty bad.
Yeah.
And
Matt
like
Baxter.
He keeps hearing a guy he calls Jesus.
It's just a Spanish guy being like, "Yo, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? You need Jesus."
Yes. Sorry. What do you think?
But I knew this guy. I still know him. We've been friends for a better part of 20 years now.
Yeah.
And he's got it really bad, where in his mind, one, he's a very talented musician. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Depending on who he is that day.
Yeah. And
he's either Miles Davis or some shitbag.
Like some of the music that he makes is incredibly cathartic, and some of it is just like it makes you want to slit your own wrists. But it's like in his own mind, he's
like Hall & Oates.
Kind of. Yeah. Like he views himself as somebody that's like at a level that deserves celebrity and fame for his artistic work. And so subconsciously he has like Rain Media of Our Lady Peace fucking with him in the back of his mind.
Okay.
Right?
Rain Media.
He's
Is Rain Meta?
Yeah. Whatever.
I'll be honest.
So he has Rain Mania.
I've heard of the brand. I would have never corrected him. I have no idea the names.
That guy from Our Lady. Or also, he entertains the idea that Amy Lee of Evanescence.
Oh, I know that one.
Is his girlfriend.
She was kind of hot. Yeah.
And so obviously neither of these people know who my friend Richard is. Right?
Yeah.
Now, how do I make sense of this? Well, I think this is like this guy's set of coping mechanisms because he's like the black sheep of his family. He gets put upon by all these other folks. And then also these psychiatric drugs that they put people on. I mean, it doesn't help you interpret reality better. You know?
Right.
Like the way this shit works is it blocks neurotransmitters in your brain, which is not going to help you perceive reality better. It's going to make you more vulnerable to the power of suggestion. So then some shrink is sitting in front of you and asking if you're hearing voices. Now you're entertaining this thought in my head. Am I hearing? Is that a voice? Is that my own thought? And then somebody gets lost in that. Next thing they know, Rain Media is harassing them for 30 years. It's just so that guy, is that
I think
a
that
chemical
condition
imbalance?
is called Rain Mania.
He's got the mania bad.
that Rain Mania.
You know who yells at me? Derek Weebly from Sum 41.
He yells at all of us, though.
I remember seeing that guy's face. I was like, he's a weenie.
Well, he's an alcoholic. He has terrible alcohol face.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's why he's all puffy. Like,
Yeah.
His whole face is fucked up because he's Ajax trash.
He drank a little
kind of
much.
cool. All right.
So good. He has some good.
He's a decent dude.
He's got some redeeming qualities.
That is an interesting. The word's not diagnosis, but idea of what schizophrenia, the voices thing.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So then the idea behind that then would be technically anyone who is diagnosed with schizophrenia, you could, through I guess therapy or just maybe getting away from some sort of crazy lifestyle, maybe city life, whatever it is, they could stop doing that because they don't feel the need to cope anymore, and it would go away.
Potentially.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not that easy, but
No. And like in Richard's case, he's been like medicated for 25, 30 plus years now. So it's like his brain's fucked.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no, and I think that's a big thing that's missing from the whole conversation around mental health is the damage that the drugs cause. Like, sure, I could even see some use in like an ambulatory sense where like, Buddy's totally nuts. We got to bring him back down a little bit. But then from there's no like, hey, let's talk it out, figure out what the hell happened.
Because I'm dumb. I guess you mean ambulatory sense, meaning temporary for that night or to get him through the night so that we can in the morning talk to him or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. Okay, yeah.
It's almost like the antibiotic shit. Like if I hear like if you take them too much, they stop working. Is that true? Like your body
Lee's worried because
your body becomes like immune to them.
Lee's worried because he's had the clap 18 times.
I had an ex-girlfriend who had to take them for something, and she's like,
chlamydia, man. Chlamydia.
It's pronounced schlamidia. Look at the way it's spelled, you idiot.
It's schlamadia.
It's schlamadia. It's schlamadia.
It's schlamadia.
No, like I thought, like antibiotics or shit like that you've grown an immunity towards. So I wonder if that's with like psychoactive drugs as well. The more you take them, the more your body just gets used to them, and then they stop
must be true.
working.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's true with any drug, like even fucking
exactly.
Reactin, right? Like
yeah. So it's like if you're blocking some neurotransmitter in the brain, eventually the mind is going to re-engineer
Pepto-Bismol
around that block. Right?
yeah, name more drugs.
No, soon enough, if there's not enough Pepto-Bismol you can take, you're gonna shit your ass.
Always
that right out.
shitting of the ass. Shit my ass.
we should as a prank buy DeWitt a box of Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol.
Like 3 Pepto-Bismols at this place, and then one of his hottest hot sauces. What is your I'm not to jump back to that, I just want to ask, what is your hottest hot sauce that you can buy, and how bad is it? Or do you not it's not really your guys' thing?
I mean, like, we're not
My wife. That girl, the hottest hot sauce y'all can buy.
I mean, we're not really
I
trying
hate you.
to we're not really trying to compete on like the hottest hot sauce.
No. I just mean like, what's if you wanted to hurt a friend, which one would you give them? Or none of them really, because it's more about taste.
I mean,
Friend Alex DeWitt.
Sorry, I didn't mean friend.
We
I
could
don't
make
like
a mix of like maybe like a ghost pepper, habanero, reaper, scorpion, but that would be basically be like a pepper spray at this point. Like we can get it to the point where we're making like mace with it.
That'd be great if your sauces fail and it's just too spicy to consider. You just put them in little spray bottles, like those little fucking those Windexy spray bottles.
All right, we're getting out of hot
like
sauce and going into bear mace.
Have you ever shot bear mace?
Yeah.
I shot it with my friends. We were gone camping.
Where to who? To bear?
No,
like
no, to know what.
Just spray it in the air.
We were leaving.
Fucking idiot.
We were leaving. It was trust me, you hear the whole story. It was
shit.
very fucking stupid.
Yeah.
we were leaving. It was the next day. We were packing up, and then he looks and he's like, "Hey, buddy, you wanna spray this with
buddy.
me?" Hey, buddy. No, he's Ukrainian, so he's more like, hey, buddy.
You want to spray bear?
You need another $82 billion.
So he goes, hey, this bear mace is expiring or whatever, so let's just shoot this shit because whatever. I can't use it after today, right? So we point it away from, we were doing shittier camping back then where it was like, the camping, you're on a campgrounds. So across from you, there's campers, everybody's got their spot. But we think, okay, it's fine. Let's spray it into the woodsy part and it'll be fine. So we both sprayed it. It shoots really fucking far. It's cool, but we didn't realize it. We shot like into the wind.
And it's coming back.
So it starts coming back our way. So we start coughing and we're like, oh shit, that was a bad idea. But as we're packing up the car, we can hear every campsite around us start coughing.
The deal.
Your children are like, my eyes.
we packed up and drove out of there so fast.
Yeah.
And then I got over it quick. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But my friend, because the campsite was his name, he didn't talk to me for 2 hours because in his head he was stressed that we were going to get like a ticket or something. I don't know what.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
Did he utter the phrase "debil"?
No, he didn't say anything. He wouldn't talk. I'd be like, we were listening to like a podcast on the way back, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's really funny. This guy is like one of the funniest comics in New York." Or something. No response. He wouldn't say anything. And yet,
debil. Yeah, debil.
But yeah, you said you shot bear spray, right?
Yeah.
At a bear, or you just thought another situation where you're like,
it's part of like the training that you go through.
Oh, okay.
Bushcraft kind of stuff. It's like you want to know the direction that the bear mace is going to go. Bear survival stuff is pretty simple. I think a lot of city people are more afraid of bears than they need to be. Like the black bears that you run into in Ontario, they're pretty easy to startle off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You just look big and you make some noise. They run away most of the time.
Yeah.
So
I that bushcraft thing. I want to get into that bad. There's videos where there's these guys saying fucking not a word. There's even just barely, there's no music. It's just a guy. He gets to a wooded area and then he starts building a campsite out of broken wood and stuff in the area. And it's fucking 10 hours long.
Yeah.
He's not saying a fucking word. He's just like little ASMR type sounds, I guess. Maybe that some people do it for that. But I'll watch this shit. And my girl will get mad. She's like, let's put on a movie or something. I'm like,
stop staring at a real man.
stop disappointing me by showing me a real man.
Nah, that's I don't know. I think that's cool. Like as far as like, I want to get more into woodsy shit. I hope that when I get older, like. Instead of gardening, like a faggot,
like my gay dad,
like my homosexual father. I learned to build like cabins outside. I've seen a couple of videos of that, like people just like chopping wood a certain way and just sticking them together in such a great precision or whatever. And they're small enough, but man, I just wish I knew how to fucking do that. That's so interesting to me. It's either that or I want to learn how to cook.
I mean,
well, a lot of those guys cook in the woods too. You could do both.
Maybe start with the cooking.
You know what?
Once I'm done my house,
some eggs.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. I don't know how to cook. Where's the microwave in the woods?
Like when the pandemic first started, right? I was terrified. I was like, it's airborne AIDS.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
Yeah, and
I believed in that shit. The first week and a half, I was just like, of course they're doing this. Like, this is how they're going to kill us all. And then I started noticing everyone around me not dying. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, I expected a pile of bodies lit on fire in every corner.
I was expecting that. I was expecting that, and that didn't materialize. But, my friend Derek committed suicide on, like, the third day of the lockdown, and I was like,
but because of the lockdown, or?
Yeah. He was like in the news and shit. He like set himself on fire and was like stabbing himself at a rabbit and stuff like that. Downtown.
Stabbing himself
while on fire. Holy shit.
Yeah. It was like pretty. I know some intense or knew some intense people. I mean, like I was out in the forest in Tobermory when all this happened. I was like out there for 5 months. Before I came back to civilization, but like for that 5 months, oh my god, it was the best 5 months of my life. Just like you have your rocket stove and you're making your little
what's a rocket stove?
So it's just like a bunch of stones that you assemble together into making a stove that you can, and it keeps heat, and the principle is that it burns the combustion gases even more, so it makes it hotter. You can get into like forging metal and stuff with that, but I would just like make my coffee on
Sure,
it.
yeah.
But it was like
I'm a pussy. I was just looking up mini butane torches you can take to the woods. You know those ones where like you just stick in the can and flick a thing and it turns on.
I mean, like all of those gizmos are nice. And like
I'm there with your dad. Your dad's gardening. I'm like, how do I turn on the fire? Yeah.
Those are all like nice gizmos, and they make companies lots of like money in manufacturing them. But like to make a fire is very easy. You just got to gather up kindling.
Well, okay.
Did you see JJ Lieberman he has merch, but his merch is candles with his face on it.
Come on, that's fucking hilarious.
It's so funny.
That's so fucking
I'm
funny.
surprised he's not selling like a candle imprint of his dick.
He's got videos.
That makes more sense.
He's got
That's more
videos of
JJ.
himself like, I never want to get into merch or whatever. And then
Yeah.
he's like showing his candles. I don't know what to fucking do with this shit. And the next video is like, well, I guess I'm a candle salesman.
So he's gay again.
Yeah. It comes and goes.
It comes and goes.
Comes in waves.
So you were gone for 5 months. You were saying that was some of the best 5 months. Were you with your girl? You weren't together back then.
We didn't even know each other.
Okay,
Yeah. No, I was out there mostly alone. I mean, I was there with some people for the first month, but they broke up. And they
I
left.
think you told me that. Yeah, they were a couple, right?
Yeah. Well, she caught him like looking at porn on his phone, which is just hilarious, right?
That's the most woodsy thing you can do. That's the only technology you hold on to. You know what's my woodsy porn that I do with when me and my friend go camping? I bring I go to convenience stores and I purchase old school, like not that they're old, but like porn mags, like any of those like ones that have like are dirty hustler like types. I buy them, and you just like while we're like over the fire, you're just looking at, and I'm like, this is the most original caveman shit. Is old Playboys
and just ripping the pages and throwing them in the fire.
It's just saying whore.
Yeah, look at this hairy pussy. I want to really quickly play Josh Infald's impersonation of JJ Lieberman.
Oh fuck!
Can I do that?
This is
Yeah, put the speaker on that. Oh shit! I just knocked over my thing.
Back to the meltdown with JJ Lieberman.
Oh yeah.
Scrub babies. You bunch of fucking scrub babies. Look at these fucking nobodies. Oh, if you want to make it, you gotta grind every day. Like I did in baseball, I did in poker, I did when I was stripping. Well, I'm surrounded by scrub babies, but you know what? I said, no, fuck yeah, you scrub babies.
So you sent this to me.
Is that really Info?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like him. I think Info might have future.
I could have sworn that was JJ Lieberman.
No, it's such a great impersonation. Josh was supposed to be on this broadcast, but
and
he had to cancel because he had, he's married, he's got responsibilities.
He's employed.
Yeah,
He's a trucker. We support the truckers.
yes.
Oh, didn't they get a big win or something like that recently?
Yeah, they found the Emergencies Act was inactive.
Unlawful,
Unconstitutional,
Yeah.
criminal, gay.
Yeah.
And then there's...
I wanted one more. I don't know why. I was waiting for it.
I don't know if you
The
guys
rule
been
of
following
fours.
the...
Oh, that was threes.
Oh, yeah, 3 fours. I don't know if you... Speaking of fours, you've been following the story of the Coots
Oh,
four.
I thought you were going to call me a 4.
No, you're a solid 5.
Speaking of 4.
solid
Speaking
5.
of 4s, what were you saying?
The Coots four. I don't know if you've been following this story. It's 4 Albertan guys that were locked in pretrial custody for the last 2 years since the convoy. Because part of it wasn't just a blockade in Ottawa, right? There was the Windsor Ambassador Bridge, and then there was also Coots, Alberta. So those 4 guys have been in jail for the last 2 years. And then the recent development that happened yesterday is 2 of them took a plea deal at the last minute. And it appears that one of them turned on the other 2 and has kind of turned Crown witness and is now corroborating.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's a very ugly situation to say the least. But we'll see what happens in there. I don't know if you guys know, people in Alberta are really pissed, eh? Like they want to leave Canada.
Well, Alberta's they're politically they're in a whole different range than a lot of the rest of Canada, right? Like there's
Yeah.
Did you hear about Tekashi 6ix9ine? He's starting his own catching child molesters show.
Isn't he a child molester?
No, he's trying to catch them now. He's going to have a show.
No, I think Zaugg is right. Not a child molester, but he is known for at least fucking one underage girl.
Oh, interesting. Because
so I think he's trying to turn this around.
Yeah, because he has a show coming out called Tekashi Predator.
Whoa.
Fuck that joke. Let's go to the next joke.
I like that you were setting it up because
I knew it was a setup.
You saw it was coming.
From the moment he started this, I could tell it was leading to a shit joke.
Tekashi Predator.
I knew it. It was so fake. It was I knew.
Oh, hey guys!
Hey.
Did you hear about?
Man.
Hear ye, Tekashi.
Zaug's eyes are of just pure disappointment.
I don't know if I told you guys about this, but I called the suicide hotline once, and they were asking me if I knew how to fly a plane. That was a more popular joke after 9/11.
Fuck that joke.
Give me that. I know you got a bomb coming up.
It's hard to see. I think the battery's low, so you
now
see
it's
them.
low.
Yeah, no. Like you can see them, but it's just darker. The screen. I think the screen does that. Yeah. So you were doing to finish the story. You were doing the 5-month thing.
Right.
Couple breaks up because she saw how hot you were. I get it.
She wanted to make the moves, but I couldn't do it. It was against the bro code.
Against the bro code. So you're there by yourself for 5 months. You find out your friend. I want to say you said Derek.
Yeah.
Derek passes away. Yeah, that I don't know if you have anything more to say about that, but there was a lot of people going through a rough time, and that's an underrated issue. Whether you believe in the mandate, even if you believe the mandates were kind of necessary, even if you think you have to at least admit that we put some people who already had their issues, we put them in further issues. Like I know I have a family member who he didn't commit suicide or anything like that, but he's told me several. He's like, that was the worst time of my life, and like.
I mean, ironically for me, it was the best time. I know everybody had a terrible time. I know my friend Derek killed himself, but I had a blast. You know, the birds would whistle with me in the morning when I would make my coffee. You know, that was nice.
That is nice. So
I would like if there weren't birds. It was just all like the voices in his head are birds. It's just nature sounds.
I will defend the whole what do you call it, the stove thing. What was I saying? The butane thing. I do with my friend when it's always the same friend I go camping with because we're gay.
Me too. God damn it.
We do build a fire for general cooking, but like the morning coffee or whatever, like it's just easy. You wake up in the morning, you flick that shit on, you put your little tin cup on it, and make your coffee. Like, yeah. It's like a save time thing. I know it's still pussy, but like I'm not gonna let it go. That's one. I'm like, it's too
not
easy.
Taking your coffee, his cream.
I mean, if you built your fire properly,
the way you sold it. Yeah. I kind of want to give you the applause one on that one. That was pretty good.
I'll do it myself.
I'm just gonna say, man. If you built your fire properly at night, there would be hot coals for you to start a fire in the morning. Okay, that's.
Wait, are they gonna? You really think they're gonna last? Like, say I go to bed at 2 a.m., I wake up at 8 a.m. Yeah. Do you think they'll still be hot enough to cook?
You just got to dig some of the soot off. You put just really dry twigs on it. You give it a good blow, and you
ready
got fire.
To go. All right, fair enough. I'm still gonna be a pussy, but it's good to know that stuff. Like I see myself in like fucking 5 years, where I'm like, I do want to do the alone thing. I got a dog, so I probably have my dog with me. But like the alone thing, I talked to you guys know Habib, the comedian.
I was like, you mean the MMA fight?
Yeah. No. He told me
Is he
that
Indian?
No, he's Lebanese from Montreal or whatever.
Okay.
He's Yuck's comic now and everything's doing well. But he told me like every year or every other year, I don't know what, he goes either camping or he'll like rent like a very simple cabin, like it has like a door and whatever.
It has a fucking
like
door.
It has a door. Yeah.
Like Crownland camping.
Yeah, like I think like it whatever, it doesn't have much like it's not like a cottage. It's a cabin, right? He'll rent that and then he's like, I'll be alone for a month. Yeah. Like just by myself. And he says it's really important. And I told him, I'm like, I've been thinking of doing that. Like I'll spend like a couple of days. And he goes, that doesn't count.
No.
That doesn't. And it's not like a tough thing. It's like he's like, it takes you a week for your mind to your mind to reset, and then you have to enjoy it for the weeks after that. But anything under a week, your mind isn't even resetting. Like it's bullshit.
Vince's brother, the shark, has these stories about being on Crownland. All like, you can do whatever the fuck you want on Crown. So he would just start fires, and trying to kill birds. Like, there's a woman, we can rape her. It's Crownland. It's Crownland. Like anything goes.
What's that? Like that sea law thing? What is that?
What is it? International waters.
International waters.
Yeah.
International waters.
Anything's
or
legal.
2 hours north of Toronto. Whichever one.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
The country's too big to police, man.
My one time I went camping and it was the same buddy, but my cousin came with me. But my cousin is not really like a camper, and he ended up like we were all drinking a lot, and he ended up having like not so great of a night because we kind of argued about something, squashed, whatever. But in the morning, we were like, it was the next day. We still had a full other day or whatever. And me and my friend are like, no shit, I'm fucking this story up already. We were drunk at night and my cousin like walks away, but it's so fucking pitch black when you're camping that like we don't know or whatever. But yeah. Oh fuck.
Oh, geez.
It's alright. We can set it up closer. Just pick that up and then get that. As long as it's in front of it. Flip it. No, flip that one sideways. Yeah. So we're he's just watching the magic happen. Come on. So press this and then swipe up.
That's all it is? Who's she?
She's like one of the biggest like dance hall stars from like whatever. She's fucking delicious. So yeah, we're camping. It's at night. We don't see where my cousin goes because he kind of has like more of an intense conversation. It calms down, but I guess he's still in his head. He's in his mood and he's drunk. So he goes off, and me and my friend are just talking and stuff. And I don't know. It took us a long time to realize it, but at some point we just start hearing like a hacking into wood noise.
Oh, okay.
And it took us a while.
Know your mouth and shut your roll.
Because of this, I'm telling you, it comes in so perfect.
Yeah,
the episode's gonna be good.
Finally, we got one good one.
And then we figured out, we're like, oh, I think he took the axe and he starts hacking at something. So we're like, oh, fuck, we told him to stop that. We go to bed. We wake up in the morning. You could just see this sad, thin, like, tree just flopped over or whatever. Unfortunately, some other camper must have snitched on us or something like that, because the fucking park rangers or whatever, they came right to us and they fine you like... It's hundreds. I can't remember. It's not that bad, but it's hundreds.
Because it was a live tree, not a dead.
It's a live tree. He chopped down a live tree. Yeah. But they're serious about that thing.
Honestly, park rangers are faggots.
They are. No, they are. The guy was even like, I don't know what your opinion on this is, but like once you're past a certain age, I am a believer in give me the ticket, don't lecture me. Lecture me if you're not going to give me the ticket.
Yeah.
But if you're going to give me the ticket, know your mouth and shut your roll. Like, it just shut up.
Yo, I had some park ranger try and fucking check my truck for poaching and shit, which I've never done. But he's like giving me the third degree.
I haven't heard the word poaching since I watched Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, like, what is poaching in like let's say I was killing my own pheasants and deer in this like survival situation.
Pheasants or peasants?
I mean,
I was killing my peasants.
It's all good on Crown land. It's all
it's
good
Crown
on
land.
Yeah,
it's
Crown land.
Crown land means I'm king.
But it's like, I think it's kind of over licensed, you know, where it's like you got to have your tag for whatever, and it's just like, you know what, fuck you, fuck your government, fuck your laws. You people like do all kinds of shit to me. I should be like, supposedly I'm incompetent, mentally incompetent, but I can go live in the goddamn forest for 5 months. So it's like, if I want to kill some goddamn deer or a bear to eat it, fuck off.
So
you know?
I had a fucking we were camping with the Shark and Prescott and an ex-girlfriend of mine, and it was like a Christian campsite, and we were like, Vince, when he booked the whole thing, he didn't know that it was like Christian, and we're being really loud and drunk. And this guy rolls up in a fucking golf cart to lecture us, and I snapped on him, and I was just like, just because you have your fucking I'm in charge golf cart doesn't mean you can tell us what to do. I'm not a fucking kid. Like, ask Vince about the story. He's like, the dude's face was just like, he didn't expect that reaction.
Yeah. Because he's only dealing with Christians.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, hey, God is watching, and usually everybody goes, I'm sorry.
I got 14 demons around me.
He didn't realize he caught you in one of your night terrors.
We're going to need an exorcist over on
Just being puppeted by all these fucking evil entities. Like, fuck you and fuck you.
What'd you call it? Your what? Go-kart?
I'm in charge.
I'm in charge fucking golf cart.
That's like one of those Fabian lines he gave us. Oh man, the whole like, I'm a big. This is my new like advocacy or whatever I've been talking about. It's not real, but it's just I've decided we do have fucking too many rules and too much bureaucracy for like just living a happy life in this country in general or whatever. On the city example is just, I know there's a lot of like red tape, there's a lot of fees, there's a lot of things. So on a city example, we don't, as opposed to other cities, especially in the US, they have a lot of food trucks, food cars, stuff like that, where you can like get a permit and you can sell fucking, I don't know, like beef patties or something like that at that park or whatever. In Toronto, it's very fucking difficult to get that.
And you basically have to like bribe
trucks.
the city. They overtax the vendor. They only issue so many permits.
Right.
And it's like all this extra level of, even with busking, you know, like busking is like what was originally my bread and butter.
Yeah.
You know, I'd make like $70 an hour just setting up with a guitar and an amplifier on the street corner. And it's like the city wants me to pay $40 to register to have a busker's license, but it's like, fuck you, I do this because I'm poor. Like, I don't, why the fuck do I have to pay you fuckers permission for what the Charter of Rights and Freedoms says I have free expression to anyway? So like, I don't know. I think Canadians are often way too complacent. They go along with a lot of these bureaucratic rules and they don't assert like, fuck you.
Yeah, when really what we should be saying to these people is,
know your mouth and shut your roll.
We need to get more sounds.
I know.
We've gone over all of them.
We're really milking them.
Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the meme that's been going around. I may or may not have created it, but it's, you know.
I don't know if you've seen the meme going around. It says Thomas Zaugg is the best. It's a big popular meme. It's
the Kevin Hart phase. Like, I may have invented that.
But it was the one about, you know, like, we've decided that we're not going to pay taxes anymore, and we've decided we're going to hang all of you instead.
It's a little dark.
It's getting some traction. It's getting some traction.
How I brought this up though was also, yes, that's a Toronto version of that, but also even when it came to like, I want to get into fishing, right? Just, you know, I want to have a fishing pole. When I go camping, you know, fucking throw it in the water. If a fish comes up, I want to eat that fish, even if I just take it home after my camping trip or whatever. But you look into that shit and you're just like, oh, but if you catch one of these fish, that fish is not in season, so you got to put it back. And I'm like, they all fucking look the same to me. I don't want to fucking be there and be like, this shit is flopping around. I'm like, is this a bass or is it a fucking trout?
That's
like,
not in season. And then I just throw the fish in the air and punch it back.
You stupid out of season bitch. Well, fuck you too. Yeah, the whole like out of season fish thing, like I get it if the fish is low, but it's just like it feels like I'm like, how do I figure this shit out?
It's just super micromanaged, and you know, by the way, the government's going around poisoning a lot of these lakes and streams anyway because they think the fish population's too high anyways, or like the government of BC is paying foreigners to go around in helicopters shooting bear and elk and deer and all kinds of other shit that we could be hunting.
Yeah.
But it's like, because of all this bureaucracy on the nature, it's like one thing that came to me when I was in the forest for 5 months is like, part of why we have forest fires in this country is because man's place in the world is literally to clear dry brush out of a forest and burn it before it creates a forest fire. And we're not doing that anymore. So like, you know, our whole species is out of balance with what we're supposed to be doing in nature in the first place.
I like how Zaugg is wearing his hat right now. It looks like he makes cookies for Nabisco.
Yeah, I'm not surprised this elf is woodsy.
Nabisco is one of my wife's sex names.
So dirty.
In fact, we better wrap this up because she wants to get frisky tonight.
Hell yeah.
So just to, this one might be shit, but to finish off the podcast, you did want to bring back clips.
I want to bring back clips because I thought they were fun.
Yeah.
And Mr. Zaugg, you're part of us trying to revive this bit.
I probably should have. I forgot that Zaugg was our guest today. I probably could have gone with something more political, but this is just they invented a new procedure, and my opinion on this is, well, you'll find out. It's just
procedure that will permanently change the color of her eyes from brown to blue. The procedure is called keratopigmentation, or kerato, and it's generating major buzz on social media. Eye surgeon Alexander Moscovich says he's performed the procedure on more than 700 patients and says it is safe.
I've heard so many times, doctor, you changed my life, because the eye is the mirror of your soul.
So how does kerato work?
Well, wait, Asian people don't have
is injected into the cornea.
Wait a second.
Neither did doctors from Moscow. Jesus.
The entire time. The cost, $12,000. It is not FDA approved. Elena Martin had it done a year ago.
Look at this dummy.
Her eye color from brown to blue.
Are you happy
worse.
that you did the surgery?
She looks better with brown eyes.
I wake up every day and I see blue. It's always been my dream.
And she's not alone. We
She
were
looks
there
retarded.
when Sherry, who was
All these procedures are always bad.
Yeah.
a half hour later, presto. As
What?
if by
Your
magic.
eyes look
good.
fucked
Just
up.
like
Yeah.
that classic.
No, she's Asian, man.
Your eyes look
Procedure is
fucked up.
controversial.
I'm Chinese.
I'm Chinese.
My eyes always look fucked up.
Now they brew.
Sensitivity and cornea damage. Ophthalmologist Christopher Starr says there are far less invasive options.
Think about prescription-colored contact lenses that are FDA approved prior to doing any of these potentially invasive and risky surgeries.
But for these women, seeing the world through
Jesus
new baby
Christ.
blues
Lady,
is
just
worth
accept that
the
you're
gamble.
Jewish. Stop trying to look Aryan with blonde
Yeah.
hair and blue eyes.
Yes.
Just stop
yes.
it.
That is why
Stop
she
it.
is.
Quit
Yeah.
trying to continue Hitler's agenda. Like please.
I don't understand this about Jewish people. Like, they hate the Aryan, but then they want to be the Aryan.
Right.
It's like you like your nose or you don't like your nose, and then you're going to change your eyes. Now you're going to... It's just like, Jesus, accept God that he made you that way. I like brunettes.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, brunettes are way better, first of all. Second of all, Tequila over here is a fucking idiot, too. Because also, what makes me laugh is, if you watch the clip, those aren't blue eyes. They're like weird, gray, creepy Raiden eyes.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
they literally look dead. Like,
Yeah.
the eyes look like they've been,
your
like,
soul was
bleached.
sucked out of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, my eyes have been bleached. Now my soul is pure.
And do you ever hear about do you ever hear that debate where people are like, guys are like, hey, we're not asking you women to do this stuff, like even like the BBLs, like the butts, everything like that. Like,
That's
we're not
all
asking,
on women,
right?
dude. Yeah. That's all on women.
That's the new theory. Is like, was they say it themselves? They're like, oh, we don't do this for you, we do this for us. And then they also have the luxury of complaining that, oh, you men like women like that with creepy Raiden eyes. So
No. The only thing that we like is overfeeding women, because that's our way of slowly killing it.
Here's the thing.
That's what we like.
What men generally like about women that look like that has nothing to do with them looking like that and the fact that they're just whores.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
They're only good for whoredom.
Like, do you know that long eyelashes were originally called cumbrellas?
What?
Long fake eyelashes were originally
Cumbrellas,
called
yeah.
cumbrellas. It was from a prostitute in like 1910 in England, and that's like where this thing took off. Because she would get cum on her, and they would keep the cum out of her eyes, the long eyelashes. So it's like that's where like
who
a
do
lot
you
of,
think invented coming in a woman's face?
The smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein.
Yes, stay still.
I used to call it the atom bomb. Atom bomb her in the face.
me equals MC squared in your mouth.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. All women are not hoes. We're talking 25% top.
That's the last one left.
I think the numbers are off on that. It's like 25% tops aren't hoes.
Aren't hoes?
Aren't.
Yeah, or not.
And look, this is how, to be fair, only I would say 20 to 25% of guys I know are not also hoes. We're all hoes, most of us.
Yeah.
And a few people are good people, and good for them.
I don't even believe them, though. They're liars.
Even the good people who aren't hoes? You're saying we're all hoes.
Yeah. I would say that the people that aren't hoes, they're into like weird shit with kids or something. You know, like there's like some.
Oh, did you see that shit that's going around social media with that tranny? No, that tranny.
Pedophilia is really big right
It's
now.
rampant right now. No, but there's this guy who worked at like a daycare.
Right, and he was changing the baby, and then
he sexually assaulted it somehow.
And then the lawyer,
A baby?
Yeah.
A baby.
That's more rare.
It's not. It's
and the
popular.
fucking judge let that guy go free
because his lawyer argued.
You saw a picture of the baby.
Oh, I understand.
The baby was asking for
That's a
it.
Gerber baby if I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
But it was because he wasn't going to get his tranny medication in jail. So, it would be a violation of his tranny rights.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so lost on this one now.
You should be.
Yeah. I don't understand the correlation.
This shouldn't make sense to you.
It's just like, can we just get back to killing these people?
This is going to lead to
Like,
mob
can-
rule.
can we
and-
just
and
get back
actually
to killing these people?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
murdering
I
these
mean,
fuckers.
look, all pedophiles who act on it, they can get killed.
That's
Me
what
and
it should
Zaugg
be.
just gave each other a look like, yeah, like let's kill these.
Just fucking, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I feel like this. There's feds out there, right? And my book of like what a good fed is if a fed.
You saying feds or peds?
Feds.
Oh, okay. There's peds out there.
Feds.
There's two types of feds. There's feds that support a total kid fucker death scenario,
Yeah.
and then there's feds that oppose that. And I feel like we just have to get rid of feds that are opposing total kid fucker death,
Yeah.
and then proceed with total
Kid
kid,
fucker
fucker
death.
Yeah.
and then the world's a better place.
I can't understand. I don't think there's a better way to end this podcast than with that statement.
Yeah. Well, and also I'll end it with this. I really wish I could post this, but they won't let me, as called kid fucker death.
Kid fucker death.
Yeah, I really wish they won't let
KFD.
me. KFD.
TKFD,
But I'm on it. They're gonna think it's a KFC episode, and I misspelled it.
Thank you so much, guys.
And what's the name? How do they find your hot sauce if they want to?
I mean, just get in touch with me on Facebook. You can message
At
me.
kid fucker death.
It's a good hot sauce name.
Yeah. Harrison's Hot Sauce. It's Thomas Zaugg. You can get in touch with me on Facebook or my wife on Instagram with the Homestead Kennedys.
Homestead Kennedys. That's probably perfect because a lot of people are IG. So Homestead Kennedys for Harrison's Hot Sauce. Thank you so much, Zaugg, for being on
Thanks
it.
for being on, brother.